The Southern Africa's People Solidarity Network, SAPSN, says plunder of public resources through illicit financial flows and corruption have affected the provision of social protection and financing for sustainable development in the SADC region. SAPSN, a Southern African regional network that gathers development non-government organizations and institutions, trade unions, churches, and community-based movements, among others. Following a summit held in Malawi recently, the central theme is elevating justice and equality for Southern African inclusive socio-economic growth in COVID-19 era and beyond. The network has therefore made a number of recommendations in its communique read at a media briefing in Lusaka today. The network has called for unconditional debt cancellation in the face of COVID-19, saying its unsustainable sovereign debt in the SADC region has heavily burdened the livelihoods of vulnerable people. Zambia Social Forum National Coordinator Geshom Kapaso, who read the communique, has bemoaned the lack of capacity by SADC to monitor and observe elections within the region.
We therefore commit to heighten our levels of solidarity and offer each other maximum support in our campaign to reclaim a justice and equitable Southern African development community. We, the civil society organization, who are also member states and government, to do the following. We are appealing for unconditional debt cancellation, also to review tax incentive structures in line with SADC position on the tax harmonization and incentives guidelines, also including but not limited to the Protocol on Finance and Investment of 2006. We are also telling people under debt and aid to ensure that, subject of all borrowing, the tax incentives, both statutory and discretionary, to the public scrutiny, as well as to include the parliamentarian, media, civil society, and citizens.
At the same event, Southern African Cross-Border Traders Association Secretary General Jacob Makambwe challenged civil society organizations to be proactive by offering checks and balances to governments in order to achieve meaningful development and improve the welfare of citizens.
Especially on the issues of debt. How much money did we borrow from the commercial lenders in China or wherever we could have actually gotten the debt? So if we are transparent in the way we are actually acquiring this particular debt, the citizens are actually going to be more willing to work towards the repayment of debt. For example, we are talking about the implementation of the toll fees or the tolling system in this particular country. Do we know where did the money come from? If it came from a loan, so how much did we borrow and how much do we need to pay back? So these are some of the things that civil society must be proactive, not reactive. Resources can be collected. Yes, we could hear Zambia Revenue Authority have collected more than their target, but where does the money go? So does it go towards servicing of debt?
Meanwhile, Zambia Climate Change's Network National Coordinator Lydia Chabambo has called for improved financing towards climate change adaptation.
Airtel Mobile Commerce Zambia, trading as